Hey, Scruffy. Yeah, I'm early. So, I'm about an hour and 15 minutes earlier than usual, or an hour and 10 minutes earlier. So I have super supper and kibble. Wow, you're silent. Okay, there's a meow. I must have just woken up. Yeah, so the heat's bad, so I'm going to try to do a bike ride after I feed Scruffy. So that's why I'm going to feed him early, because I need enough time to go back or go out before the sun sets. Okay. Let's glove on. Okay. So Scruffy scratched me last night pretty badly. He really sunk his claw into that glove. It looked like it caught pretty tough, so as I pulled my arm back, his claw didn't retract, and his arm continued to hold on, and then he hissed. So he needs to learn not to scratch. So I did a timeout. Oops. So anyway, yeah, the weather was hot again today. Originally, the forecast said there would be clouds again, but yeah, there are no clouds today, so it was just hot. It was actually a little bit cooler than the past 2 days that was forecast. But yeah, it's still hot, so I don't know if anyone's going to notice that we are under triple digits, so that's good. But again, I don't know if anyone can tell. So last night I went for a run because of the cloud cover. And because it was late enough, and because of the cloud cover, yeah, it actually did cool down a little bit during my run. So it actually was kind of manageable. I just did an interval run, so it wasn't a long run. So I could tolerate the heat since I wasn't out there for an extended period of time. I checked the air quality yesterday because of the heat. I kind of expected the air quality to be bad, but the air quality indicators have actually been really good. So when I went out last night, it started off really well, and then let's say a little bit past halfway through my run, the air quality, I could smell ash in the air. So when I got back home, my neighbor was outside, or one of my neighbors is outside, so I talked to her, and she told me there was a fire that just started, I think about when I left, maybe 5 miles from here. And Yeah, we're probably smelling that. And yeah, sure enough, I checked the air quality indicator when I got back, and it was turning bad. So actually, I forgot to check it today. I don't smell anything right now, so I'm hoping it's okay for my bike ride. Actually, yeah, it's still really hot. I'm actually sweating right now, just sitting here. I'm actually not wearing the heavy sweatshirt, so I'm kind of expecting if I get scratched, I'm relying completely on the glove. So fortunately, Scruffy's never scratched at the arm. Well, only where the glove is. He's never scratched higher than the glove. And since it's so hot, I didn't want to put on the protective sweatshirt. I have the jeans on right now. Got nervous there, thought he was going to scratch. Oops, I just dropped a bead of sweat on Scruffy, I think. So, oops, just dropped another bead of sweat on Scruffy. Sit up a little more so I don't drip as much sweat. And Scruffy hunched over when I pet him. Yeah, it's still really hot. My bike ride's not probably going to go very well. But unfortunately, the other problem with the weather is it looks like the forecast is going to be basically like today for the next, well, as far as as the forecast goes. So we're kind of stuck with this weather. So I'm going to make the most of it. So it's, I think, just on that borderline where if I go out late enough, I think I can manage it. But we'll see. So I think I'm going to feed Scruffy a little early. I'm hot. I want to go in and take these jeans off. And go for my ride. So I think the camera stopped. I'm not sure why the camera stopped. I think maybe my sweat triggered it. Turned it off. I was worried I ran out of space, but I think I deleted the last video, so I should have plenty of space. Okay, I'm going to feed Scruffy now. Okay, here you are. Oops. Chair shifted. Okay, I'm done. So let's see. Yeah, once again, I saw Scruffy sleeping on the table this morning. Didn't have my camera though. But yeah, he was first asleep, and then I think I caught a glimpse of him when he woke up. I don't think he saw me. So I was leaving the kitchen at the time, so yeah, whatever. And then at lunchtime, yeah, I chilled the water again. So yeah, this morning I put the water in the refrigerator, and so by lunchtime it was cold. When I came out, Scruffy was actually under the table next to where I put the bowl. And I don't know if he was waiting for me. I think it was a little bit later today, bringing out the water, so maybe he was waiting. So I played the waiting game with him a little bit. But yeah, it looked like he didn't want to come, so I pushed the plate a little further away from me just to see if I could entice him to come. He held out for a little bit longer, and then eventually he did take a drink of water. And then after he took a pause from the water, I got up, and that scared him. I knew he wasn't done drinking. But I went back inside, and then I closed. He didn't come back immediately, so I closed the blinds, and then I watched the kitchen window, and eventually he came back and finished his drink of water. So yeah, he's still very skittish, except for dinner. So let's see, I talked to my neighbor last night. She mentioned she noticed, yeah, Scruffy's Clumpy is shedding. Yeah, we talked about this before. She was actually the one who suggested he was actually shedding and not because of a fight. I forgot to ask her though. Yeah, so she obviously saw Scruffy. I forgot to ask her where and when she saw Scruffy, because I'm curious. Yeah, what times of day he leaves the yard, and where he might go. Oh no, Scruffy's gonna throw up. Not having a good week, Scruffy. So, I think he only ate maybe a third of the meal. So he may only do 2 vomits instead of 3. So he almost landed on the mat. There's actually some on the deck. So I think I'm going to go back in, leave the food out, give him some extra kibble, and I'm going to go for my bike ride. And then when I come back, I'll clean up his stuff. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.